Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Madmen On Air. I'm Ryan.
I'm TJ.
I'm Julia.
And this is Subs Not Dubs, Gordon's #1 anime podcast. First of all, again, another new voice, new face. No face, because again, this is an audio medium. But TJ, would you like to introduce yourself, say some stuff?
Hi, I'm TJ.
Hi, TJ.
Nice.
Hi.
Who are you? What's cool? What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? Ooh, my voice.
Yeah, you have a pretty strong voice.
Thank you. Not my voice. I'm just hearing it right now.
Yeah.
It's an out-of-body experience. What's unique about me? That I'm sitting here at a table with you guys.
Aw.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, TJ.
It's really special.
If you had to describe yourself in 2 sentences, just like so that somebody could pick you out, like of a crowd / get to know you at a party, like 2 sentences.
TJ's a dude who adapts.
That's 1.
Can I just say it's really weird to hear my voice?
Yeah. Oh, you get used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
for sure.
And the second, yeah, he enjoys a lot of things. Is a deep thinker.
Yeah.
There's a semicolon in between there, so it's just 2 sentences.
Nice. So
Wait,
a deep thinker, and you're adaptable.
Yeah.
Wait, start from the beginning.
Yeah.
What was the first one again?
I can adapt.
TJ's an adapter.
Yeah,
TJ is an adapter.
A dapper gentleman.
Oh, thanks. I
You're
can
welcome.
be. I can adapt into it.
I've
Oh,
never
you can
seen
adapt
you
into
be
a dapper
dapper.
gentleman.
What is that like? Give me the rundown of what you do to be dapper.
Maybe put some in my hair.
Yeah.
I might-
Little something.
Hold the door open for a few ladies.
For a couple of ladies.
Walk in a certain strut.
Oh, a strut.
What's the strut?
Well, the viewers at home, or not the viewers, the listeners at home,
Nice.
they can't really demonstrate it.
It's so true. So
No,
true.
you have to explain it. Like,
Yeah,
how does
explain
your
it
body
how
move?
we would see it.
There's certain respect it commands, a certain elegance.
This is not a good description.
And yet I feel like I'm getting an idea.
I think I conveyed it well.
What is like the part of your body you're most aware of while doing your strut? Shoulders, hips. Interesting.
Hips.
That says it all.
I have rather flexible hips for a guy.
Oh.
I've seen you move them. Very impressive work.
Thank you.
Hips moving, dance grooving, makes me think music.
Ooh.
That was a good transition.
Thank you, right? I felt I was like not too bad, right? Not too shabby.
Not bad.
I came in here today and I wanted to talk about music. First thing I want to ask, like, what is everybody's like prime like thing they listen through? So like Spotify, Apple Music, just like
Oh,
the
Spotify.
music. Spotify. Yep.
Easily.
I'm an Amazon Music gent.
I bet you are, Mr.
Yeah.
Not having an iPhone.
Oh,
We had to get that Facebook chat going. No disrespect. How is Amazon Music? Because I feel like you're in the minority.
Yeah, I get some access
Yeah.
with my Prime account,
Nice.
but not all. So it's limited.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's really cool and neat of Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, my musical taste is, in the last couple years since I've been using it, is definitely narrowed.
Yeah.
And so,
What's your favorite band?
21 Pilots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Thank
apparently
you.
21 Pilots, and I would say Spotify for myself too. But continuing, 21 Pilots just had a new album
Oh,
this
yeah.
week. Is it good?
Musically,
Yeah.
it's like no one could have imagined. Like,
Is it actually that
it's
good?
amazing. It's so diverse. It's
Yeah.
so unique. No one could have imagined the direction they go. It's really good musically.
Yeah. Lyrically.
Lyrically, as usual, deep. I don't know about the direction that the message they're sending.
TJ.
I'm still
TJ,
yes.
my roommate Cheyenne, shout out to Cheyenne Scott Nelson, wants to know what your favorite 21 Pilots song is because she loves 21
I think I have
Pilots.
2 classes with Cheyenne.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
She
you guys
told
were
me.
roommates.
Yeah, she's the coolest person.
Yeah, Cheyenne's awesome.
She was my roommate last year, and now she's my RA and my roommate.
Aw.
I'm so glad you're
She
listening,
says
Cheyenne.
woo.
Yay, Cheyenne.
My favorite song would probably be "Addict with a Pen."
Yeah. Yeah, that's way up there for me. I think
sick.
Ode to Sleep is an amazing song, but I think
Easily.
one of my favorite songs of all time is The Pantaloon.
I don't know any of these songs.
It's a jam. It's it gets me like in the perfect mental mood. Like, I don't know. There's like few things that I feel like I relate to so deeply, like The Pantaloon. It's an awesome song.
It's authentic.
I highly recommend everybody listening to it.
Very good song.
What? Oh yeah. So I was thinking everybody if you have your phones, what's the
Yes.
most recent song you've listened to?
Oh man, wait.
Like,
give me a
what
second.
have you been jamming to?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I know.
Well, we talked about this last night, but Gabs, fellow member, showed us a song the other day by Stick and Poke, Poison. So good.
So good.
It's so good. I've also been listening to Claro, who's pretty cool.
Is that an artist? Or?
Yeah.
Nice.
Her song Forever, I think, is really good. I
Sick.
think that's what it's called.
Sounds fire.
Yeah.
TJ?
Cha.
My alarm is
Your alarm?
Morph on the new album Trench by 21 Pilots.
Oh, really?
So I hear
Nice.
that every morning.
Honestly, like, alarms, like, I think Joe just, like, hates Vanilla Twilight now, my roommate Joe, because Vanilla Twilight by Owl City is my alarm
dang.
pretty much forever and always, because it's, like, just chill enough to wake me up. Well, try and wake me up anyways. Yeah, what's the kind of genre of both of these songs that, like, Stick and Poke, Poison's like a folk song.
Yeah.
But then the other person, Claro, like, what?
It's very, like, I don't even know how to explain that.
My favorite genre.
It's very, kind of electric, like, chill. It's chill.
Nice.
She makes very chill music.
Cool.
That's what I would say.
Like vaporwave.
Not really.
Okay.
But
because sometimes I
it's
think like
chill.
electric chill. That's kind
To
of
get you in a mood, like in a
Gets me into, like, oh, yeah.
nice.
Chill mood.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Morph.
Oh, yeah.
What's the vibe?
Oh, Morph.
Morph.
It's the song. I was like, what the heck are they doing on this album?
Yeah.
Like, it's so different. It's got a little, almost an R&B flavor.
R&B.
A
No
little bit.
way.
A little bit.
I'm interested. I'll
it's
have to
kinda
listen.
Jazzy almost, and then there's a little
Jazz.
techno thrown in,
What?
and it's just a really interesting song.
That's
It's very
awesome.
complex.
I was listening to a band called Ramshackle Glory, and their song "More About Alcoholism," and it's a good song. I was
it
also
about?
like literally Poison was 2 songs before that,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
after
such a
that
good
was
song.
Better Than Me by the Brobecks, which I'm really jamming out to recently. Julie, did you have a note? Your hands were tapping away.
I was tapping in because if anybody's seen it, I know Ryan has. Well, no, he's heard it. The guy singing Mamma Mia in Japan, Austin Weber. It's so good. I played it at rehearsal one
Yes,
day.
you
TJ.
did.
It's like
Better than the
Elevator
original.
Mamma Mia.
it's like
is
elevator
the best way
80s Mamma
yeah.
Mia.
But it's better than the
It's
original.
so good.
I like it. It's like very quirky, and I really like it.
You have to watch the video.
Yeah, I have
Everybody
to.
out there, look up guy goes to Japan to sing Mamma Mia in a river. It's incredible.
Speaking of other amazing music videos and amazing songs, Peach Scone
Peach
by
Scone.
Hobo. Have you come around to Peach Scone now?
You've played it a couple
Okay,
times.
because Peach
yeah.
Scone by Hobo Johnson and the Lovemakers, who's also coming to Boston in November, and I might go see him because they're awesome.
Ooh, snap.
And this song Peach Scone it's just like, I wouldn't even say it's like heart wrenching. It's just like super like it's like laid back while also being really vulnerable. And it is an awesome, awesome song. And the music video where they're like live in his backyard it's just like you're so engaged because the way he performs both in that music video and just like when he's live or whatever is as if he's performing for his friends in like a very small setting. And so you're just like very much wrapped in it. And it's that song is amazing.
Sounds good.
Mom or dad, if you're looking that song up, it's got swear words.
Oh, crap.
So don't look it up. But it's also a good song, but it's got swears in it, so be careful.
My songs are clean.
Yeah, 21 Pilots, they're
Mine are
clean
clean.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stick and Poke is clean.
Stick and Poke. Oh, so good.
I'm pretty
I
clean
want to
right
say
now.
that More About Alcoholism is clean, but Ramshackle Glory is just like their stuff is just kind of angsty.
Favorite song of all
darker things.
time? What would that be?
Oh my gosh, I actually know what this is. Mine is "Feel It Still" by Portugal the Man. I can listen to that song all the time. Nowadays I probably listen to it once a week.
That's
but, like,
commitment. That's
Yeah,
good.
well the thing is like when the song came out, which was March 3rd of 2017, I literally listened to that song 365 times in the next like year. But actually probably more than that, but like at least I was listening to it almost daily, and the days that I missed I would at least listen to it 2 or 3 times on other days. Like that was how much I listened to that song. Also, March 3rd, 2017 is a blessed day because the Nintendo Switch came out that day also. So, like, literally just, like, sign from God that it's, like, a perfect song and perfect console. But
That's amazing.
yeah, I love that song.
Well, King, I know right now you're tempted to play the Nintendo Switch and not write
Oh, is this your friend?
your TGC paper.
Oh, yeah, King. Get on that
King.
TGC
Come on, King.
paper. Also, sick name, King.
That's a very good name, yeah.
What does King play on the Nintendo Switch?
Well, this is the communal Lewis Nintendo Switch because Lewis is full of lovers who love each other.
Oh.
I've heard that.
Provide for
Lewis
each other.
is for lovers.
But not in the way you think.
Lewis is for lovers.
Except I have been in Lewis when like couples have stared at each other on a couch 4 hours in total silence.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lewis is interesting.
Lewis is like, I don't know, a dark place. I don't know. Fan theory. Lewis might be bad.
I had some presuppositions about Lewis when I came to Gordon.
What were they?
That it was just a magical place full of weird people who just have fun, great community, and that is
That's
true.
a very good description.
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's pretty
Very good
accurate.
It's true. There is a dark side to Lewis for sure.
It can be a bit of a pit. I don't know. Like
I'm not gonna.
I have
hate on
some
Lewis
I have
like
some
that.
views on Lewis, but also like I have known great people to be in Lewis. I think the problem with Lewis is that if you stay there for too long, you get like sucked into it and like almost like become like a perma freshman. If like I mean that sounds harsh, but I mean I've seen some like dark situations in the old Lewis.
To be fair, we had 2 members of Sweaty-Tooth in Lewis last year, so like.
And now they're coming to Tavilla and they're so happy about it. You know, I don't know. The
Well,
thing is
no,
like,
I'll
and
give you
I've
wisdom.
talked to like both of them, and it's like it wasn't how they'd remembered it being, and because it was just like when you're a freshman, it's awesome because you immediately have a huge community to be a part
it's
of,
a
which
very
is
good
so
community.
good. And I had that as a freshman, but not like from my building, from like other people. But a really important thing for me was moving out of that big community and like kind of shortening my group of friends and like also like not being geographically linked to anything.
Didn't you have like a group of 30 people or something?
Oh, it was 40 to 50.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was,
so
It was called the
ridiculous.
Squad, and
crap.
every night at 6 we got dinner, and we'd have to pull these giant circle tables that we used to have. We get like 3 of them together to get meals of like 20, 30 people each night.
Oh my god.
And it was awesome as a freshman because you always had people to hang out with, you always had people to eat with, and you felt like you were like you belonged, you know, and that was super nice. By the end of the year, though, it was like, I'm not friends with 40 people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in this group with all of them, but I'm really not friends with all of them. And, like, a few of us were some of the first people to be like, this is not great. And, you know, slowly but surely, the whole thing is, like, broken down until we've, like, got smaller friend groups. But I think that when you are in a place where you're living in that, it's a lot harder to get away from it. And then the problems that come with it just kind of persist.
Yeah. You have to have perspective, I think. I think you've aided me in having a more seasoned perspective. I don't know if that's a term.
No.
But like you just nothing's as good as you think it is at first.
Yeah.
You gotta, but there are definitely great aspects of it, especially as freshmen.
No,
agree with you.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say it's a great
It's
place.
the people.
I feel like every building has its own personality and like reputation, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Like the Evans
And it-
common room being just dead.
Yeah, everyone says that Evans is dead. My floor is so lit, and
Yeah,
I
Evans
love
is
my
popping
floor.
off.
We're like half of the girls on my floor and I are getting dinner tomorrow night, and it's not
Oh,
even like
snap.
a floor dinner. It's great.
No, yeah,
It's so good.
Every building has a both a good and a like bad reputation, or like stereotypes about it. And they're usually like kind of true, but never fully true. There have been years where Evans actually has been just completely dead, but also like Wilson has become more like Lewis recently, and like
Really?
well, at some points last year. I mean, it was in a lot of ways Lewis has also become more like Wilson, but I don't even know how the new
Well,
RD
there's
has
a lot
affected
now,
that. Because that must be interesting moving into that situation where there's already so much established.
Coming into school, I wanted to be in Wilson because my sister was in there for 2 years, and she said it was so great. And so, like, I applied to be, like, that was the one thing I named on my list. But I got Grace, and I loved Grace.
Oh,
yeah.
And
I
everyone's
love
always like,
Edward
oh,
Wilson.
the Village. I was like, no, it was the best. It
No,
was
I
so
lived
fun.
in Wilson for 2 years, and it was pretty awesome. But I've heard great things about the Village and from people who've lived there.
Yeah.
So
Trace, another Sweaty-Toothed member,
Gedney's really awesome. Yeah.
I'm glad that Trace enjoys the village, except for now when he has a sprained ankle.
Yeah.
It sucks to
it's
live
so
so far from
sad.
everything.
He's lucky
Yeah.
it's not snowing yet.
Oh my gosh, imagine
It would be
that.
awful.
How much you want? I don't want to jinx it. Never mind. How much you want to bet he's gonna injure it again by the end of the year?
No.
Like,
Can't do
I
that
hope he
now.
doesn't.
Somebody.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like once you have it sprained once. I mean, I have an
do
ankle that's
that.
been sprained, so there's probably a chance.
I will make sure it doesn't happen.
I'm probably jinxing myself. I'll probably sprain my ankle, honestly.
Aw.
We'll see what happens. So yeah, okay. So King, do your paper.
King.
Come on, King.
Or play Nintendo Switch. Also, speaking of Nintendo Switch, I'm thinking of getting the new Mario Party.
Ooh.
Thoughts?
I saw Porter Sprague along with some other Lewisites. They were playing the crap out of that
Yeah.
when it came out.
Apparently,
And
it's
it was-
really good.
Apparently it's intense.
Yeah.
I've never played Mario Party.
Well, some of us.
I've
Never.
watched, I've played, and I've watched a lot of people play it on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and like especially the old ones. And now that the new one like feels like the old
Heard
ones,
the
I'm
second one
really
is, like, amazing.
excited. Yeah,
Yeah.
Super Mario Party 2 is really good. There's some great YouTubers out there watching it. Peanut Butter Gamer, he plays it. Pro Jared, he plays it with him.
They had a
Brutal
debate about
Moose.
the best Nintendo 64 games recently, and it was really good.
And
I
honestly,
watched every episode.
It was, I don't know, it was kind of a sham. I don't know. I loved it. I watched everybody follow Normal Boots, like they need
Normal Boots,
subscribers.
yes, please.
But like, I don't know. I wished it wasn't Ocarina of Time again, or like.
It's never not going to be Ocarina of Time.
I know, but it's just like make it something else for once. Like it
No.
is one of the best games, but it's just like let it go. But
you can't fight it.
the kid who I babysit for, he got a game for his birthday because he has a 3DS, and he got the Ocarina of Time like 3DS port. And I was like, you literally have one of the best games of all time. And he was like, oh, like best Zelda games? And I was like, no, best games. He's like,
of all
oh,
time.
best 3DS games? I was like, no,
No, best games
game.
of
And
all time.
He like the wonder on his face was just like so awesome.
Except the 3DS version isn't that. It's not as good.
The thing is, I mean, but it's still experiencing the game. Like
Let him
it's
have
still
his
like.
moment.
Have you played the Majora's Mask 3DS version?
Is it bad? Is it
Oh,
a bad
it's
port?
awful.
Really?
They changed every boss fight.
No, really? That
Yes,
sucks.
It's awful.
Did they change like stuff like that in Ocarina? I feel like that was a pretty faithful port.
They changed a couple things, but like I don't know. I don't like the controls as much. It's like so clear that it kind of bothers me. But the Majora's Mask. Oh
No.
no. They changed. They should not have touched it.
I like want to get an N64 just to play some classic games.
have one.
Because
Yeah.
I never owned one. I like when I started having a console it was like a GameCube.
TJ, did you play games growing up?
Oh, you might not think so. I was talking about this today. People were surprised. I'm a huge gamer.
I am a little surprised because I thought you were always like implying like Trace was the bigger gamer, but like.
He's a different kind of gamer.
All right, so give me the rundown.
My family could attest to this. I was playing video games before I could read.
I believe
Wow.
that.
Yeah, me and my dad started playing the Lord of the Rings: Return of the King
Oh
video game,
yeah.
which is known as being like a really good game.
It's like one of the best like film port games of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. And I remember there's just this one part where you have to run across a bridge that has rocks falling on it, and it's like a time limit. And my dad just got really, he didn't get mad at me, but he was really frustrated because I just couldn't push the stick forward.
Couldn't do it.
I
Yeah.
couldn't- yeah, it was really sad.
I honestly, I'm like a big advocate for like kids playing games and like learning to read through them because like there really is like a lot you can learn playing
Certainly,
games
yeah.
and like problem solving and like puzzles and
Yeah, me and my friend growing up, Peter, we got into history.
yeah.
Large extent
Oh, I believe that.
because-
Yeah.
because of video games. Like, yeah, he wrote his Tropicana speech in 5th grade about how Call of Duty taught him about history.
Nice.
I don't know.
Honestly, like my dad and I, but some of my best memories from growing up are me and my dad playing any number of games. I really like specifically remember the Grinch. There was the Grinch like game for the PC. We played
That's so
so
fun.
much of it, and I would just like sit on his lap and we'd just like play that game. And like I don't know, it might have been in like 20-minute segments, but like as a kid, it felt like forever, and it was awesome.
I
and,
love
like,
stories about people playing games with their dad.
Oh yeah,
growing up,
and like
It's
we
so
played
cute.
Wind Waker together, and like he
Aw.
like would like help me out with stuff, and
Oh,
I would watch my brother play Ocarina of Time. That's how I got into it.
oh yeah.
Nice.
It's always rough having I never had an older brother, but I'd go
Yeah.
over to a friend's house and it's like, hey, let's watch my brother play.
Yeah,
like,
it's
Yeah.
so fun as it's fun as a little kid to just like see someone play it, and then you're
yeah.
like,
Fair enough.
wow, what is this?
Yeah.
And then you get to play it and you stink at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me. But
No, I for sure. It being an only child, it's like a different experience, but like
Mhm.
still like similarly with my dad. So,
Yeah.
and I like hope to like I don't know pass it on to my kids because it's like something that I
Who
care
knows
a lot
what
about.
video games are gonna be like? then.
Right? Like VR is gonna be everywhere.
Oh, shoot.
Like that's the main thing. I played VR for the first time recently. It was like I was in Skyrim.
never done it.
Oh
Really?
my
I haven't had the
gosh.
opportunity.
It was
really
it's really magical actually. Like it's actually that good.
That's cool. I would want to. So you ever could hook me up?
My roommate and I are thinking of investing.
Dang.
So
I'll take a trip.
Dang.
take a trip
I took a
to
trip
the
to the
bank.
bank.
Yeah,
Yep.
I took a trip to the bank. Yeah,
Yep.
I took a trip to the bank. Yeah,
Yep.
is No Signal still here?
I don't know.
There was a rapper named No Signal, TJ.
Ah.
Sorry, we've got like
Yeah,
all
I'm
sorts of
a-
things to like catch you up on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Please do.
totally.
Please do.
There was a guy who was like a SoundCloud rapper
Mhm.
here, and his name was No Signal. And Exit
Okay.
17 even one time had him on as the musical
No way, they
guest.
did?
They did.
Oh my
and they were like, you
goodness.
can't say the N word, and you know what he did? He did say it, and every like, oh my gosh, the executive producer freaked out. It was so funny.
Was he any good?
You know, the thing was, he was talented, but like rap is not the thing you need at age 17. Like it was just like
No,
everybody was sitting there
no.
like, oh yeah, and like nodding their heads, and it was just, oof. It was not the scene. It was
Yeah.
not the place
It wasn't
for it.
the vibe.
But he's talented. It was
Yeah.
just. He has a song called, I think it's called Bank Trip, and he goes,
Something
I took
like
a trip
that.
to the bank. Yep.
Yep, I
And
took
it
a
is
trip to the bank.
so
Yep.
memeable. It's so funny. Like it's hilarious.
We for my birthday this year, Juice and Dan came over, and we were singing that the whole way to the restaurant that we went to. It was fun.
Nice.
I took a trip to the bank. Yeah. Also, I just got a text from my sister Annie that says, "Mom wants to know what VR is."
Nice.
Virtual reality.
Yeah,
Right?
virtual reality. Yep. It's
You-
like you wear a headset and then you're
And
in the
goggles.
There you
game.
go,
yeah.
Mom.
So all you see is the game around you. You're
Mhm.
in the game.
Yeah, like you look behind you, it's like, oh, game.
Oh.
You look to your left, game.
game.
Right,
Oh,
game.
you look at your feet.
Up,
Oh,
down,
Game.
game.
those
It's
are
like
Power Ranger feet.
It's
right?
like
You got Power
Spy
Ranger.
Kids 3.
Yeah, or like Ready Player One, which Ready Player One is the best video game, like movie about video games ever.
Oh.
Like, fight me on it.
haven't seen
I don't know if there's a
cry every time.
very high standard to meet though.
Well, the thing is like there really isn't, but I
Tron?
think it still does justice.
I love Tron.
Well, you might
not
love
Tron
Tron. It doesn't
Legacy.
mean it's good.
Tron Legacy
Tron Legacy is so bad, and also
Tron is amazing.
It
kind
fueled
of
my
amazing.
imagination, but yes.
it's so true. But no, Ready Player One. I highly anybody who like has had a good experience playing video games, like watch Ready Player One, and like you probably will cry. Like it spoke to me on so many levels. It like rivals Scott Pilgrim, and for those of you who like know me, like know how how
Really?
much Ready Player One like means to me if it rivals Scott Pilgrim.
That's pretty
It doesn't
significant.
take Scott
I
Pilgrim's
love
place
Scott
because it's the
Pilgrim.
best movie of all time,
Have you
and
heard
literally.
of Scott Pilgrim, TJ?
I have. Yes, I'm very
Good.
familiar.
Speaking
with
of
his
Scott
work.
Pilgrim, actually,
Ooh.
welcome to the Shameless Plug Corner because I'm going to be on another radio show tomorrow called Impressionable People. One of the hosts is Zeke Martinez, former Sweaty-Toothed member. It is on what nights are they? Oh my gosh, they have posted so. Oh wait, that is not Impressionable People. There's-
Zeke's got like
I was on
posters printed
Impressionable
out for
Art.
this show. There is no other Scott radio show that has posters.
7:30 to 8:30 tomorrow.
He's hustling.
Every Thursday, they bring in a guest and they talk about a movie and other stuff. But we're gonna be talking about Scott Pilgrim, and I'm really, really excited for it because I love this movie. So
It's an amazing movie, and the books.
yeah. Oh, the
Mm,
books
the
are
comics,
so
so
good. If
good.
you ever need books like some graphic novels, you just want to read to like feel a lot, but also like be like laugh a lot, and also just like I think you should read them.
I read them
So
in
if I wanna have a
3
good
days.
time.
I have them all. So like
TJ,
again,
sure.
he gave them to me for Christmas break last year, and I read them in 3 days. They're
Mhm.
so
Dang.
good.
How big are they?
They're
so quick. They're each one is like an hour read.
takes like an hour.
And
yeah.
there's
Okay.
6. I
They're so
lend them
good.
out pretty frequently because I think everybody should read them. But yeah, so check that out. This is Shameless
yeah,
Plug.
totally.
So TJ, shameless plug for yourself. Any social
Ah.
media that you want people to follow you on?
My
Or
shameless plug.
TJ Satterly
YouTube
currently
channel.
inactive.
Yeah, that's my
Instagram.
Instagram. Because I don't believe in Instagram.
I love
I'm kidding.
Instagram.
Well, you can. It's fine.
All right.
I'll give a shameless plug to my sister out
Oh.
there in Kentucky. You know why.
Heyo.
And my
What?
future niece or nephew. Wink, wink.
Oh,
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations.
That's done been news.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, are we just announcing this on the show?
No.
This is the place to do it.
I hope
wow, that's awesome.
I'm kind of hoping that it's okay for me to say that on the radio.
Yeah, your whole family knows, right? Like,
Yeah,
this isn't you.
everyone
Like,
knows.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's not like your town or like wherever you grew up is
That's
listening to
true.
this right now.
But you guys don't understand. My dad could be listening in,
Does
and
your
he might
dad
watch
know?
it. And he might listen to the recording later. Oh yeah, he knows. This
Okay,
isn't about
cool.
the pregnancy anymore. Just in general, I have to really watch what I say.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
he is a good man, who wants me to be a good man as well.
Oh no, that's commendable.
Yeah.
I've said a few different things on this radio show, and my parents always text me when I say things that they are not pleased about, and that is understandable, and I respect that. But yeah,
I'm
so
just
I've been,
I'm just expecting a text like, dude, what are you saying?
You haven't
right
said
now?
anything
Stop
bad
it.
or anything.
No,
like,
not anything bad. It's just like, what are you doing right now?
No, I think you're killing
Aw,
it, man.
thanks,
You're
man.
doing
On
great.
the radio.
Julie, do you have a shameless plug?
Do I have a shameless plug? Yes. Okay, so starting last year, we had created our own SoundCloud, meaning that I did for this show, brought to you by Chloe, who's the executive producer of Scott Radio. Every week I get the recordings, and currently the past 2 shows are up, and the next one's probably going to go up tomorrow.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you want to listen to us, I don't even remember what the URL is. It's like soundcloud.com/Scott Madmen On Air, something like that. If you look up Madmen On Air,
You should
you
find
might
us.
be able
yeah.
to find it. I'm hoping I can get other Ryan to post it on Facebook pretty soon because
Nice.
I think we only have like 5 followers, and I'm trying to change that.
Yeah, I think we got to spread the news on that. Sweaty-Tooth, another Sweaty-Tooth announcement.
Oh, heck yeah.
We have our first show
First show,
Saturday
first show.
at
9.
9 o'clock. I know things. No, Saturday at 9. We're gonna be having our first show. Gonna debut all these great freshmen you've gotten to meet on the program.
Mhm.
So please come on by. We're really excited for it. We've been doing a lot of work on rehearsal, and we're excited to show you guys what we got. Bring your best gives, bring your best friend, and just like have a good time with it. We really want to see you there. We're really excited for it.
It's called The Legend of Sweaty Hollow.
Which is an amazing name. Thank you, Mikey. And the
Oh.
posters, which look fantastic,
Yes,
are
they
made by
do.
Julia. Thank
you.
you. Julia once
Yeah.
again killed it on the posters.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah. So, any other shameless plugs? Or we're moving on.
I'm gonna give I'm sorry, Trace.
Oh no.
Frederick Lawrence Reynolds III.
Frederick Lawrence Reynolds III.
Uno, dos, tres.
And again, another member of Sweaty-Tooth who has a new YouTube channel. His roommate Parker, which I don't know the name of.
Dang it.
Yeah, but
Text him. I want to like plug
Yeah,
it for the
plug it.
show.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I want to find out. So before, like, once you've done that, I actually want to ask you some questions, TJ. Get
Sure.
to know you a little bit more, because something that we've been doing every show so far has been getting to know people's kind of families and like what like siblings you have and kind of what that whole deal is back home.
yeah,
And if that's something you're comfortable sharing, we'd love to talk about it.
no, yeah, for sure. I'll even share what I'm not comfortable sharing.
Oh,
Is that
wow, dude, go for it.
Good job.
I'm kidding.
Oh, this guy.
Trace is notorious for his late arrivals and late responses. So
I was
let's-
texting him on Monday because I was working in the Bennett front desk and his like AJ Fellows group was having a meeting in the lobby, and I texted him like during the whole meeting because he looked so bored, and I was like, I want to make
Aw.
you less bored and make jokes.
dang.
All right, so yeah, TJ, family, give us the rundown.
I have a mother and a father.
Wow.
Good start.
Joel Todd Satterly, but he doesn't like the Todd. He ignores that.
His middle name?
Yeah, he resents
yeah,
that
I
his
mean,
parents
most
gave
people
him
don't
that.
talk about their middle name.
Well, I do. My name, by the way, is Timothy Joel. It's not
Timothy Joel.
just
So
TJ.
J is your middle name.
Yes, which
Interesting.
is my dad's name, Joel.
Oh yeah, that does.
Yeah, a little wink.
Little like behind the scenes Easter egg.
Yes.
All right, who else? What else we got
My
going
mother,
on?
Carol,
Carol.
who is a
Lovely.
sweet lady.
Yep.
My dog, Gibbs.
Gibbs.
That's a good dog name.
Yes, it is. I
Gibbs.
probably shouldn't have said my dog before my 2 lovely sisters,
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you did. So like,
whom
hey,
I love dearly. Cassie, who is seeking refuge from
yeah.
Hurricane
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah.
Is she
Well, that's
is she
funny.
okay? Is everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's in she went from Tallahassee, and she's seeking refuge in in Jacksonville.
Wow.
And by the way, the YouTube channel
Yes.
is called Just Stuff, which is also their radio,
The radio show.
Okay, so they're making like a whole like media
Yes.
thing. Wow.
This is an empire.
I gotta like hop in on that, like on the
Yeah.
ground floor, so that I'll
I
get
know.
famous with them.
I'm
you know.
gonna be their agent.
Okay, so Cassie
Yeah,
is how old's Cassie?
Cassie is 22.
Good
Yes.
age.
I'm
Good age.
22.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Scott Pilgrim is 22 at the beginning of the movie. Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim was
No.
dating
Versus
a
the
high
world.
schooler.
You're lying.
No.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, she graduated after 3 years of college. and
Nice.
Then worked a year in
Nice
the
move,
state
Cassie.
legislature of Florida,
Wow.
and then now is in law school. She is
Dang.
high achieving.
Yeah, she's awesome. And
she's
your
a-
other sister,
Oh, Maggie, legend.
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 The
Although
Legend
they're both
27.
Maggie the Legend Satterly.
She's in my top 2 favorite sisters.
Oh, crap.
Wow, glad she made the top 2.
Yeah, she cracked it.
How old is she?
She is 24. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, if I get their ages wrong. Hey,
Well,
the-
you'll get a-
Maggie
As
you'll
has
long
get
as
a
you don't
text
go
about it.
over.
Oh yeah.
If you go over, it's bad.
Yeah, they're 2
Yeah.
years apart.
Okay.
She
Should be okay.
is married. She's coming up on her. In July will be her. Would be her third
Anniversary?
year anniversary. Her third
Wow.
anniversary. Yeah, she got married. Her and her husband, who's 20, he'll turn 28 soon. Yeah, there's an age gap, but yeah,
It's not, that is not that
Yeah,
much
that's
of an
pretty.
age
That's
gap.
pretty small. Like.
yeah. It's not like weird. They're old. It's cool.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
old, guys.
You know they are old.
I hate old people.
Elderly.
Ah.
Ugh.
Well, I thought you liked the Pantaloon, which is all about old people.
No, yeah, well,
respecting
yeah,
them.
it's also about like dynasty and like
That's-
being part of a family and what
Yeah,
it means
that's
to
true.
like bear
You
a
really
family
like the new
name.
song Legend,
As a
which is
ma-
all about his grandpa.
I probably would
Grandpa.
actually.
It's a great song.
I think a lot. I mean, we don't need to get into grandparents
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so that's like the
yeah.
family.
Oh well, yeah, and a little bit more about Maggie. She, she's married, lives in Lexington, Kentucky, and
Oh.
that's where my
Nice.
family's from. We're from
Oh.
Kentucky. I'm wearing a University of Kentucky T-shirt.
Nice.
We're having a great football season.
Rep.
5-1.
Oh, 5-1.
Took our first loss this Saturday,
Yeah, you
which
took the L.
yeah, but this is the best they've been since like 1950,
Wow.
maybe the 70s.
I doubt
No,
1950.
actually,
That's a really
in the
long
Did
time
they, was
ago.
college football like really popping off in the 1950s?
yeah, like it was around.
Wow.
Yeah.
How old's football?
Football's
bro.
old.
I remember the first Super Bowl was won by the Packers, and I know that because the Packers are the best team ever. So
Oh well, I like Randall Cobb.
yeah, all right, respectable.
Played at Kentucky.
No way.
Yeah.
Did not know that. That is a cool fact.
I know
Yeah,
nothing
man.
I
about
like Aaron
football.
Rodgers because he's a great guy, and he is people in Green
He
Bay
is a
like him.
stand-up, high character
And Green
Christian
Bay is
man.
an awesome town. Shout out to Green Bay.
Why are you shaking your head, Julia?
Because I know nothing. I
Oh.
do not know anything
I don't know
about
that
sports.
much. I know a few
Hockey.
things about the
I like
Packers.
hockey.
See, this is
You
my
a hockey person?
My whole family is very
Oh.
into hockey.
Do you know
Not
Joe
whole,
Pavelski?
No.
Who's-
Are
I'm-
you about to say you're related to a hockey player?
Okay, well, sort of. Joe Pavelski,
Really?
he sort of. Well,
I feel like I've heard this.
we
story
have a
before.
family like connection.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Joe
before.
Pavelski, he plays for the Sharks, I want to say.
Ooh.
And in Wisconsin, there are 2 Pavelski families. There's my Pavelski family, and then there's Joe Pavelski's family. So we know, like, our families know each other, like at least know of each
There's
other.
only 2 in all of Wisconsin.
Well, like, there's a pretty big Polish population, and like from what I've heard, it's like they're basically 2
Yeah, I've
Pavelskis.
definitely
enough,
heard
fair
you
enough.
talk about this before.
That's pretty sick.
It's pretty
cool.
neato.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Neato speedo.
Also, one time when I was eating in Wisconsin with my family, the corn we ate was stolen from a corn farm. My cool uncles, they were just like, yeah, we totally just took this corn. And I was like, sick, you guys are rad.
Wisconsin is
That's
wild.
awesome.
Wisconsin's so, I love my like family in Wisconsin.
I've
I love
been
my
there.
family in Illinois too, but like I always
Oh,
like,
you have family in Illinois?
it's different like the people you actually like have the same name as. Like they're
Yeah.
the Pavelskis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that side of my family very well at all.
The Murphys?
Oh.
Yeah.
The Satterlys are far into the hills of eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like,
Are they hill people?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I mean, there's
Gosh.
some that we know.
I can imagine you being related to hill people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like basically the way things worked out. If my papaw is my grandfather.
Papaw.
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 My favorite quote from my papaw. There's not many of them, but that's kind of. Anyways, my favorite quote from him is is an insult.
That boy ain't nothing but an egg-sucking, bow-hunking daffodil.
Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he says that a lot. That's his only.
Like he
that's his
uses that frequently.
frequently.
Wow.
It's a
Too
very
much.
long phrase.
Yes, it is. But yeah, basically, if he didn't buy his own funeral home or whatever, or got a job at his own funeral home, yeah, that's a family business, by the way. If
Funeral
my dad
homes?
followed in his father's footsteps, I'd be a son of a funeral director.
When you like run a funeral home, is that like grave digging or like body preparation
like-
or?
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, that's under the umbrella, but
It's
the funeral
like-
director's kind of like who runs the show. So
They run the
caskets.
funerals, but they also like prep the bodies and.
yeah,
have
well, that's
the-
not what they have people who do that.
I was on this missions
Some people
trip
do.
with
Yeah, some.
like
Yeah.
I was like on this missions trip with these people in Japan, and there's this girl on the mission trip, and we were just like in a van, and this girl like mentioned that like I think her fiance or her soon-to-be fiance or somebody was like he was inheriting a funeral home. Like he had been working there and he was really close to like the person who runs it, and he was like, when I die, I'll give this to you, and like that will be his job like his whole lifetime.
Wow.
And we just like roasted this girl. Like we were just like I don't know, made a lot of jokes about like what it would be like to own a funeral home, which like we thought was kind of funny. And I kid you not, like we were like crying laughing, and she was so mad, and I do kind of feel
Aw.
bad about it now, but also like
What kind of jokes were you making?
that's the thing, I like don't even remember.
Oh God.
Like which is like probably bad.
Yeah, that's not a.
But it was like they were very
Wait,
funny.
I didn't get the context of the.
We were on a missions trip in a
Okay.
van in Japan.
if you could make
Um,
a joke right now about a funeral home, what would it be?
I'd probably like make some sort of joke about like I don't know, spooks, like haunted ghosties,
My
because it's
dad has a few
Halloween
good
time.
ones.
Spooks.
Because it's very much like I don't know, most likely places to be haunted.
Yeah.
Probably a funeral home. Like there's
I don't know, but I feel like that's a trick question.
that's true.
Like, is a funeral home haunted? Probably
Well,
not.
That's true, 'cause
what
that's not
does
where
the
they
funeral
died.
director
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what does the funeral director do to wrong
Hospitals.
that person?
That's
where they
true.
would
There would be no reason for them to be haunted.
Hospitals.
through the
Hospitals gotta be
people
haunted.
actually die there.
Like
Ooh.
retirement homes.
Ooh.
Ugh.
I don't want to
just-
think about that.
Oh, whoa! Did you
It's
guys
kind
hear
of
that?
terrifying.
Yeah, it was-
Oh, whoa!
Whoa, who's
Whoa,
that?
that's-
Oh
Is that
gosh!
a
Wait,
gremlin?
is that the guest on our show?
What?
Oh, yeah. Hello.
He's beautiful.
What's your
Oh.
name?
Hi.
I'm Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Jerry.
Hello.
TJ, you want to ask Jerry some questions? Like, he seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Jerry, so where are you from?
I'm from the underworld.
Oh, the underworld.
Wow.
Nice, Jerry.
This is the honestly first guest from the underworld. What's it like down there, Jerry?
Dark. Cold.
Ugh.
Do they have Wendy's?
Oh, yeah. That 4x4, gotta get it, bro.
Gotta get that 4
Gotta
for
get that
4.
4
That's
for
a
even in the
great deal,
underworld.
Jerry. Transform my
You know
life.
what I like about this?
What?
The fact that your name is Jerry. And last year I had this problem where every time I would do improv, I would name the character that I was talking to Jerry, and people in the audience would go, "Jerry, huh, Julian?"
It's like it was like her go-to. It was very
it was
funny.
That's
so
so.
good.
What a
And I was like,
coincidence.
Ugh.
Jerry, what do you think about that?
It was me all along.
Oh,
that makes
shoot.
sense.
Got you guys.
Jerry, what a jokester. Okay, wait, Jerry.
makes a
I'm
lot of
kind of
sense.
interested though.
Yeah.
What other kind of restaurants are in the underworld that are also
Yeah.
like Applebee's?
Do you have Applebee's?
Taco Bell? Like
Well, we have Taco Hell.
Taco Hell. Yeah, okay. That one makes sense. But you just have
Death.
Burger
Burger
Death.
Death.
But you also just have normal Wendy's, which is kind of interesting to me.
Wendy's are quite a demonic girl, you know.
Yeah, I believe that.
Quite pallid.
Like she's still alive, which is like
Yeah, I mean, we think.
It's the
Yeah.
braids that give it away.
Even if she did die, like who's the founder of
Whoever.
Wendy's?
it's
Wen-
her dad, right?
Yeah,
Wendy's
like,
dad, yeah.
Wendy's
He'll
dad.
get a new one. He'll get a replacement.
He'll get a new
She's
one.
a robot.
Or do you think he'll like bring her back to life with like dark
Oh, yeah.
magic?
She's alive.
If she hasn't already, we don't know.
Because there's the actress who's like, oh, I'm Wendy, but like then
Oh,
there's like
yeah.
the person who's like,
Imposter.
I'm actually Wendy. You know, like
Yeah.
you've seen.
Wait,
like,
is the lady in the commercials not actually Wendy?
no, she's just like a young actress who's like, oh, I'm Wendy.
I hate that.
No, but like the real
Oh,
one
I
is
know,
like
yeah.
like a mom. She's like 40, 50.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
yeah.
cool.
And like there's a commercial where she's like, oh hi, I'm the real Wendy. But like I don't know, it would make sense to have your spokesperson be like a younger person.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
have you seen the meme commercial from Wendy's?
Oh, it's so
No,
bad.
wait, no, explain it to me. What is
Okay,
it?
so she's like, oh, like, is your friend like, oh, the jock or like the so and so or like the memer? And it just like cuts to this guy
Wait, no,
and
I've
he's like
definitely seen this.
eating the sandwich like
Like
a
a
boss, and
boss.
it's got like the really bold like white text, and it came out like 2 years ago, and
I've
it's
definitely seen this.
it's-
No, it can't. Did it come out?
It
2
was
years
like
ago?
probably a year.
I
It wasn't
think
that
it was
long ago.
2 or 3, but it was still
Really?
outdated. It was still way outdated when it
Like
when
a
it came out,
boss.
and it just
Like a boss.
but Twitter, I mean, like Wendy's has really rebranded themselves with Twitter and being like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
it's so
yeah, that's
whoever
pretty good.
runs their social media is like the reason that place is still.
I love
doing
Wendy's.
well.
yeah.
It's pretty good. It's good.
Getting like just a number one. It's a quality
I
meal.
had a
Wendy's,
Burger King tonight.
a bit spicy,
That's
but
quality.
good. Spicy Asiago Ranch Chicken Club, one of the best fast food
I had their
sandwiches
ghost
out there.
fries, and I just cried.
Yeah.
Just cried.
Where'd you get at Burger King?
I got a Whopper.
Classic.
Oh.
Good burger. Like
Wow.
Taco Bell right now, like if you play your cards right, you can get quite a lot of food for very cheap.
It's
Really?
because
It's a bit expensive, but you can like make the right calls.
seems like a paradox. It's really expensive, but if you play your cards right.
Well, the thing is you have to kind of know how to like order on the menu cheaply, but still get the good stuff. Like there are items that aren't like obvious, that are still like really good.
I usually just get a quesadilla.
Like the beefy five. Oh, quesadilla is always a good call. Beefy five layer burrito, not super advertised, but pretty cheap, and it has a lot of. It's like really
a
flavorful.
lot of just a punch to your tongue.
It's just a punch to the gut, tongue, and brain.
Dude.
Did Jerry leave, or is he just
Oh,
like?
Jerry.
Oh, I'm silly.
Oh, he's
Oh, Jerry's still
back. Hi,
here.
Jerry.
Oh, jeez, man.
Hi.
Your demonic presence is like very welcoming.
not a demon.
Not a demon.
It's what we need on this show. You should
Misread
be on
it.
every single week.
Yeah, I just had a cough.
Oh,
Kermit
shit.
the Frog.
Oh,
Jerry
guys.
slash Kermit.
It's just a nickname people give me.
So you're not. You're just Kermit. You're
I
not
didn't have my
Jerry.
Lipton tea this morning, so
Now here's my thing
Oh.
though, Kermit. You still did say you're from the underworld, which even if you had a
yeah.
cough,
Oh,
Oh.
that's the Sesame Street secret. We're all from hell.
wow.
Wow, I would have never
Like the
guessed.
Muppets and Sesame Street, both from
Oh, yeah!
the land of
every
the
Jim
land of
Henson
Satan.
character.
I think you not having your Lipton tea this morning. How did you get Sesame Street mixed up with Muppets, bro? What is up with you? What are you even okay right
okay,
now?
but like argument.
Yeah, Kermit, not TJ.
Sesame
yeah.
Street characters are Muppets,
Yeah.
technically.
Oh yeah, no.
So
Sesame
it's-
Street's characters are Muppets.
It's cool, Kermit.
But Kermit is not a Sesame Street
No,
character.
he's not.
He's a
Yeah,
messed
he's
up.
a
Yeah.
Muppet. So you did mess up Jerry slash Kermit slash.
Well, I'll confess, guys.
What?
It was me.
No,
TJ.
the magic of radio has been destroyed. No, look behind the curtain.
He's such a silly boy.
Well, it's
Oh my
my low-key
gosh.
dream
Your
to
what?
my low-key dream
Your Loki dream?
His
to be a
low-key
voice
dream.
actor.
A low-key.
Not like actually, but I can make
No,
a lot
I
of weird
think
noises.
You could be a voice. You've done some really interesting voices,
Thank
not
you,
only
man.
here, but I think that'd be a great job for you, honestly.
I just needed opportunity.
TJ, did you listen to the night that Jesse was on?
I didn't.
The voice that he did was very cool.
Jesse will like sometimes do a voice, and I'm like, why don't you?
It was
do
like
this
a
all
very
the
deep,
time?
like ad commercial
Yeah, he did like
kind of voice.
That's
like a
awesome.
trailer voice kind of
It was
thing. It
so-
was very
That's
good.
sick.
Because I was listening to it because I was uploading it, and I was like,
Is it in the
Whoa.
beginning?
I don't know where it is. I think it's
Honestly,
a bit
all
in.
of the episodes are worth listening to all the way through.
Yeah,
Check them out.
check them out. I got the URL right. It's
Jerry's back.
Oh, no.
www.soundcloud.com/ScottRadio
Hear that,
Madmen
Mom?
On Air.
Hear that, Mom?
Cut me off, TJ.
I'm sorry.
Scott
How's your mom
Radio
gonna hear it
Madmen
if you
On
keep cutting off
Air.
Julia?
I am so sad.
I'm sorry. I'm
All right, we'll stop. All right, Julia.
www.soundcloud.com/ScottRadio Madmen On Air.
I wanted
Nice,
to,
all
but I
right.
didn't. Meow. Am I right?
Meow.
Ignore that, please.
Hey, we have 10 minutes left, right?
Wow,
Yeah.
time is
Time is
flying by.
Ticking by.
Time's
Don't forget to check the Graveyard Shift show that comes after us. Make sure to listen to that. It's got some good people working on it, so yeah, check that out. What do we want to talk about in these last 10 minutes? Oh, you know what I want to talk about?
But
This freaking awful summer day. I don't like it.
it was pretty humid out.
It was humid and it was hot and it should be fall
That's a
time.
cool day in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Wow.
The South
Wow.
is crazy.
And because it's also
Yeah.
even more humid there, right?
Oh, it's a swamp. Well, I mean, Fort Lauderdale literally is. It's the Everglades but civilized. So
Yeah.
you fly over and it's like just desolate swamp, and then sometimes you'll see a line where neighborhoods start, and it's just a line drawn in the swamp. And so
Wow.
yes, it's super humid.
Have
it's
you ever
terrible.
encountered like a gator?
Well, I went on a canoe trip in Central Florida, and there you were just chilling with gators the whole time. Like I could have reached out and like patted its.
No
Whoa.
way.
But-
That's
Don't do
terrifying.
No,
that.
it's not, because alligators aren't super aggressive. Crocodiles, if you see crocodile, that's saltwater. You run.
So you'll never see a crocodile.
Not in the
Or are they
freshwater.
out there too?
No, because we're in freshwater.
But what about when you're at the beach along the ocean?
The
Beach?
crocodiles aren't there.
So then where
they
are
don't
they?
go. They're not
They're-
at the
You
beach.
said salt
The only
water.
saltwater isn't only in the ocean.
You
It's
don't
like
find a
when it
crocodile
feeds
at the
into
beach.
the land. There's some areas.
What?
Yeah, this is a thing.
You find them on
I'm
like,
no. Yeah, she's siding with me. Yeah.
Where? Where are these secret
It's like-
saltwater reserves?
No, it's when well, how do you think rivers happen, right?
you ever,
It's when the
It's like
ocean.
fresh water, and then once it hits the ocean, it
when you
becomes
drive.
salt water.
No,
It,
when
like,
you
picks up
drive to,
silt.
to like the Cape and you see all the little like deposits of water that come from the ocean.
Yeah, but like those are right there.
There's
next to the
brackish
ocean.
water
But
where.
it's not like you don't go to the beach and see a crocodile.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
where
then
they
where are you
are.
seeing the crocodiles?
There's some salt. I'm not an expert, I will admit, but there are definitely. It's not like, oh, right when you hit the coast, it's salt, or
Could you
right
ever-
when you go the other way, oh, it's fresh.
Could
It's
you
not
imagine
like.
just be like sitting at the beach and a crocodile like comes
yeah,
up
wait,
to you?
then what's like the middle zone? Is there a zone where you can find
Some-
both alligator
there's a
and
zone,
crocodile?
it's called brackish water when I believe when salt and fresh meat.
Hold
and
on.
it's
So that's like
brackish.
right there at the ocean. Because
That's not where
that's where
crocodiles
saltwater is.
Yes, the
Where do
ocean does have
crocodiles
salt water.
live?
I agree.
That's where the crocodiles are.
But I
Oh!
will say, when I grew up in Central
Wow.
Florida, which is where I lived for 9 years, I was at a friend's house, and there's a swing set, and we noticed, oh, there's an alligator chilling right by the swings. Oh, we could go out and play with it. That's how kids die.
Yeah. What the heck?
I'm looking it up.
Also, apparently Kermit the Frog was on Sesame Street.
Oh, I'm
According
not
to
surprised.
my
I'm not
dad,
surprised.
according to Encyclopedia
Huh.
It's Jim
Britannica.
Henson.
None of my family has responded. How about that?
Hey, maybe they're not listening.
No, I know.
No, they'll listen eventually. We gotta tell them. We gotta call the Satterleys.
Oh, the Satterlys.
Oh wait, we could call them right now.
We're gonna call your
Yeah.
family.
You want to call your
We
family?
can
No.
call my mom.
Okay, we won't call your family.
Not that I'm uncomfortable, but they were not going to pick up.
That's fair.
My dad would be pretty funny to call.
Yeah. One time we called Zeke last year because he was late, and we put him on speaker, and he was upset because he had to run from the hill. It was sad.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah, Zeke running from the hill, classic. That's a Zeke Martinez, classic.
Classic.
Spencer Hill,
Never met him.
classic. Impressionable people, classic.
I told Zeke we were with Zeke last night. I was telling him that you two would get along
Oh.
because you both make jokes that are just like just weird.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Okay, TJ the other night we were playing pickup lines, which is a line game where you
Makes
do a pickup line, and the give was socks, and TJ says, "Girl, you so sock. I want your remnants between my toes," and we
Blech.
were all like, "Ugh," but like
It's true.
that's exactly the type of joke that Zeke Martinez
Yeah, exactly.
makes.
Zeke would and he would say it without even like thinking about it, which I feel like, sometimes happens with you, TJ. You've got like in your head, it's like this is what it is, and you
Yeah.
just say it, and you're like, huh, all right. And it's so funny. Like honestly, like I think it's hilarious, even if it's like a bit odd.
You definitely in improv throw out the good old wisdom of, hey, be slow to speak in quick.
Here's the
Well,
thing. I would argue that it's the opposite. Like literally, like I would rather have you saying the first thing that comes to mind
Oh, it's funny, yeah.
than like overthinking it until you're like, oh, this is the right
That's
thing to
true.
say. Line games are weird because you do think a lot about it. But
Yeah.
also like saying the first thing, and that's why we practice like a little behind the scenes look is like we practice so that the first thing that we think of is not only like appropriate but is also like the funniest thing. Like we are like trained so that when we hop on stage and we're like, this is the thing that I'm gonna like naturally do,
And you can
it's the best thing for the scene, it's the best thing for your partner,
Yeah.
it's just like the funniest and best option.
Yeah.
Um
That's a good point.
Improv's fun.
it's I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it too.
Improv is good.
Improv is very good.
Improv is great.
It's
I
great.
love improv.
It's great.
Thanks for putting me on the team, guys.
Hey dude,
problem, TJ.
you are welcome, man. I'm
Aw.
really happy about everybody we put on the team. So welcome
Thanks.
aboard.
Thanks.
Like
man.
I'm really excited for everybody to see you
It's gonna-
guys because I
Aw.
think you guys are gonna kill it.
Thanks.
So
I'm pumped. Let's do it.
let's do it.
We don't-
Speaking of
What?
what
What?
you say,
I was gonna say we
Your
don't
mom.
only have.
Sorry.
TJ, know your mom jokes.
Oh, frick.
We don't only just have a show on the 13th.
No,
we
we
also
don't.
have a thing on the 27th.
yeah, 27th we
do.
have Swags at 17 double feature.
Heck
So
yeah.
we've got a big thing coming up with us and X17. Sweaty-Toothed is gonna go first, so please come check us out. And then after that
8
is
o'clock.
X17. Between that, we have an awesome costume contest. So please come in your best
Featuring Chris
Halloween
Brown? Question mark?
costume. Not featuring Chris
Oh,
Brown.
Why would
Actually,
Chris
we
Brown?
don't support Chris Brown here.
What about the
That's true.
the Christian song man?
Lecrae.
The-
Christian
Chris
Brown?
Tomlin.
No. They do sometimes in chapel. They play songs by Chris Brown, but
the
not
Christian Chris
Chris
Brown.
Brown.
Yes,
the other
there
Chris
is like
Brown.
Christian songwriter Chris
We
Brown.
got 4 minutes.
All right, that means it's time to do the ASMR corner.
Christian Brown.
Oh, let's
yeah,
go.
Yeah, so everybody find something in the room and you're about to ASMR
I
the
love
frick
the
out
ASMR
of it.
corner. I got
Or
my
use
seltzer.
just your hands. But I use this pretty much every time. What do we have
Oh, yeah.
today? We have a couple like. Can you get
Oh
this
my
rubber
God.
band?
I'm giving kisses.
I have a coffee filter.
Oh yeah, definitely just like rub that like all over that zone.
That's me. No, that's not
Oh,
DJ.
I was like,
That's
how are
me.
you doing that? That's
The
some good
saddest-
ASMR.
Let's play a game called Let's Cloud the Audio as much as possible.
Let's make the audio just bad garbage. Unusable and bad. And we're back. All right, that was the ASMR corner, everybody.
There's a bird in the room.
I don't know. Email in your thoughts on all of our segments, like the ASMR
Email?
corner. If you
Mm.
email, actually text me or text us, or if
Text
you have our
me.
number, find our way because, like, I don't know. I kind of want to know y'all feedback. Like, what are some things you guys want to hear
Messenger
on the show?
pigeon.
What are some things like you like don't like
Messenger
on the
pigeon.
show?
That's a
Yeah,
trace
messenger
joke.
pigeon me. I don't know. Any other thoughts?
Nah.
It's been great, guys. Thanks for a
Yeah,
great.
TJ's
Yeah,
first
this is
time.
a solid show. Thank you everybody for listening. I'm Ryan Pavelski.
I'm Julia Murphy.
And I'm TJ Satterly.
Keep it sweaty, everybody. See you later.
Ah!